right, everybody, the stage is set. The 2023 National Championship game will be between the Washington Huskies and the Michigan Wolverines next Monday night, January 8th, 2024. This game just got over with between Washington and Texas. Texas came up on the losing end this time. Boy, I'm going to tell you, Michael Penix, that's a bad man. Him and those two wide receivers, Doomsday and Polk. Hey, that's a tandem right there. I mean, Jesus, man, trio, whatever you want to call him. Michael Penix, man, this man threw for 400 and some odd yards, a whole damn lot. I know that. And those two receivers, both of them had over 120 yards receiving. Boy, those guys, man. Hey, this was a great game, just like the daggone Rose Bowl was a great game. Both games came down to the last play of the game. Alabama and Michigan in the Rose Bowl went into overtime, came down to the last play. Alabama couldn't make it happen. All right. Washington, hey, they defense stood up last play of the game. Yeah, they had a little scared at the end of the game. I mean, I thought they had it well in hand once they went up by those two scores. But hey, guess what? Texas, they still had some fight in them. They did not give up. All right, like I say, these was two great playoff games. And if anybody say the committee got it wrong, you lying to your damn self. It's been when the last time you seen both playoff games, basically end with one score? All right, it's been a minute since 2017. You had a playoff game to go into overtime. All right, and even that game came down to the last play. All right, so hey, two great games. Congratulations to these Washington Huskies. Like I asked earlier on my video, my reaction video to the Rose Bowl, or I believe I asked it in a live. Who would have thought beginning of the season, week 2, week 3, that it would have been Michigan and Washington in the national championship? I know I didn't think that, not in the least bit. Okay, all right. Matter of fact, I picked Alabama and Texas to win these two playoff games, and both of them lost. Lo and behold. But anyway, it is what it is, man. Quinn Ewers, he had a pretty good game. Quinn Ewers, as a matter of fact, Quinn Ewers threw for 318 yards, touchdown, not too bad. 24 for 43, that ain't good. All right, that's not a good percentage. So 318 yards, that's a good passing. That's good for his passing yards. But that damn Michael Penix, man. That damn Michael Penix. 430 yards, 2 touchdowns, man. He also gained 31 yards on the ground on 3 carries, 10 yards per carry. All right. The run game for Texas, it won all. I mean, for Washington, it won all that. Washington ran for 102 yards, but Texas, they run game was on point tonight. They ran for 180 yards. I mean, to me, this was an evenly matched game. Washington outgained Texas by only 24 yards in the game. But Michael Penix, Roma Dunzier, and Polk, those were the 3 aces for that daggone Washington defense. Okay? Shout out to Steve Sarkisian. A great season. He done brought that daggone team a long way, that Texas team. He done brought them a long way. I know Texas team, the fans came in this game confident. Just like me and my Alabama Crimson Tide came in the game confident. But we came out on the losing end. Nothing to be ashamed about. I know it hurt right now. But guess what? By 2 or 3 days from now, it'll all be gone. Texas players and alumni, it's going to be all right. Fans, yeah, we want our team to win. We want our team to get to the national championship game. But I always say, can't win them all, baby. Can't win them all. We got 2 undefeated teams in the national championship game, and I think this is going to make for a great national championship. Even though the SEC is not in it, okay? Still will be a great national championship game. I will be watching it. I will be live, baby, in full effect next Monday night to see who's going to be the champion. I already got my pick, okay? So you just got to wait on that, but I got my pick, okay? It is what it is. And for all you fans that will say, well, if my team was in it, my team would have did this, or my team would have did that. My team would have beat this team. My team would have did that team. Only if my team would have got it. Well, your team didn't get in, and they didn't take care of business to get in. Your team wasn't good enough to get in the playoffs. Okay, so it's all fine and dandy. But don't sit around and talk shit about the teams that got in and fell short. Okay, don't do that. Those two teams that lost, my Alabama Crimson Tide and these Texas Longhorns, had great seasons. Both of them are conference champions. Both of them got into the playoff. They just fell short tonight. They lost to the better team tonight. Just like your team, if you one of those fans that I'm talking about, lost to the better team whenever they took their L. That's all it is, baby. That's all it is. It can only be two teams standing, all right, at the end to go to the national championship game, and it's only going to be one team standing after that national championship game is played. It will be a team either from the Pac-12, all right, or a team from the Big Ten. That is it. As of right now, Washington and daggone Michigan is their two best teams in the country. The four best got in, and the two best is still standing. All right? It is what it is. Everybody else, let's sit on the couch and enjoy the national championship game. Once again, shout out and congratulations to those Washington Huskies. I, for one, didn't think they'll be here, but they're here. And Michael Penix is a bad man. That's all I want to say. And I know on the West Coast, in Seattle, Washington, done been there many times. Matter of fact, I was stationed in Washington for daggone 3 years, about 45 minutes from Seattle. I know they all in the streets right now, especially at the University of Washington. All right? All right, once again, if you one of those fans, don't be that way. Get that hate out your heart, baby. Let's be happy for these two teams, man. Let's be happy for all four teams that made it in the national championship game. All right? Don't be salty because your team couldn't make it, and you want to talk down on the four teams that did make it, or talk down on the two teams that lost today. Don't be that way. Don't be that way. It is what it is. If you one of the four best teams, you had a successful season. All right. A lot of teams, even though they didn't get in, they had a successful season. So it is what it is. But like I said, next Monday night, I got my pick. All right. I got my pick all damn ready. But hey, I almost forgot. Shout out to Texas, man. Shout out to Texas for their great season. All right. A lot of people didn't think Texas would get there, but shout out to Texas and Steve Sarkisian. Steve Sarkisian is making out to be a great head coach. He done put that team on the damn map now. Yeah, they fell up short, but you can't take nothing away from them, man. Texas, they'll be in the SEC next season along with Michigan. All right, not with Michigan, but along with Oklahoma, bringing more competition. Okay, it is what it is. So, next game, one more game left in the season, national championship. We will see. I'm looking at it right now, the replay, but we will see how Washington's running back injury affect the Washington Huskies offense. I don't think it'll affect it at all. Me personally, that passing game is off the chain. I'm telling you right now. But anyway, I'm going to go on and get off of here and call it a night. Well, it's morning time now. Call it a morning, night, however you want to call it. And I will be back tomorrow or today, however you want to call it, with my hot seat video. And boy, do I got a hot seat video for y'all. You can believe that. I will be back for my bowl game recaps. Okay? And I will be back for my playoff recap. All right? Bowl game recap and playoff recap would be two different videos. Okay, so it is what it is, baby. And it was a great season. A great season for some of us. All right? But just because your team didn't make the playoff, or that don't mean your team didn't have a great season. We got teams out there with one loss and didn't get in the daggone playoffs. You got a team out there that didn't get in the playoffs who was undefeated. So, hey, still a great season. Just because you didn't get in the playoffs don't mean you didn't have a great season. Just because you didn't win a bowl game don't mean you didn't have a great season. Just because you didn't win a playoff game don't mean you didn't have a great season. Okay? It is what it is. It's all football. We win some, we lose some, and roll damn tide all day, every day, baby.